Hi everyone! Okay, Christmas feels like it's just around the corner, or certainly the silly season is. Now I dread to think how much alcohol and how many calories I consumed last Christmas. My God, I just don't know. But this Christmas it will be different. I will be on cycle 3 and I certainly don't want to undo any of my hard work. But of course I want to have a good time and join in. So I don't know about you, but I'm going to share with you my plan and you can take aspects of it if it's helpful and see whether they'll work for you. I have had an alcohol-free year so far and I intend to carry that on. So for me, Christmas will be without alcohol. How will I do that? Well, I've got loads of parties, loads of work events, and obviously Christmas with the family. So my go-to drink is going to be Slimline Tonic with lime, fresh lime. I think if you drink that, it's almost like drinking a gin and tonic, obviously without the gin, but people sort of accept it because it's in a glass that's similar to an alcoholic glass, and to be fair, they don't know what you're drinking. So that will be my go-to drink with lots of water in between. From a food perspective, when I'm eating out, quite often these Christmas parties are set meals, and I have to deal with set meals quite a lot anyway when I'm out with clients. So what I tend to do is have each of the courses put in front of me, but I don't eat a lot of the food that's given. So for example, if it's pate for a starter, then I might have a bit of the pate, but I won't necessarily eat the bread. Or I might choose soup if that's a better alternative and probably eat half of it. With the main course, I'll quite often leave the potatoes and just eat the vegetables and the meat. And you know, Christmas is great because it's a turkey dinner usually with lots of vegetables, so it's pretty on plan and you can get away with it. And then dessert, I'll have it put in front of me, but I'll quite often offer it to somebody else on the table and they're always quite grateful. I'll take a carb killer with me if I need to, or some nuts or something. And you might look at that and go, for God's sake, Angela, why don't you just eat the food that's given? And fair play, you know, do that because it's all about balance. It's just that I'm choosing not to because I've got so many events that if I did that, I could quite happily and easily gain half a stone. I think over Christmas with the family it's different. So I'll be graduating from cycle 3 on Christmas Eve. So my plan is to have Christmas Eve and Christmas Day off plan, eating whatever I want. I've asked Mr. Cox to get me some Ferrero Rocher chocolates, which are my favourites, and I intend eating most of those on Christmas Day. Then Boxing Day and the days in between Christmas and New Year, we're going to eat from the Lean In 15 books. So there's loads of great recipes in there. It doesn't feel like I'm being deprived. And we'll really enjoy those. I'll make some of the desserts that are in there and some of the snacky nibbles, and we'll have a great time. New Year, gonna make a buffet, but a really healthy one, so lots of prawns and salmon and fish and, you know, salad and things like this that we can choose from. Probably some hummus and crudités, lots of picky bits that aren't necessarily on plan, but they're healthy choices. And then back into it at the beginning of January. And my plan at the moment is to follow cycle 1 for a few weeks in January, just to take off any of the excess from Christmas. And then I'm going to start the SAS program. That's my current thinking. So I think I can do Christmas. I think I can do Christmas and have a great time. And there are 2 aspects to help that. The fact that I'll be in much slinkier, much sparklier dresses that'll make me feel fantastic in much smaller sizes, and I've got to hang on to that because that'll stop me from wanting to eat the lovely desserts. And the other bit, of course, is that you get to dance a lot. So dancing off the calories that you might consume that are a bit extra during the Christmas meals makes it all worthwhile. The key thing is, if you do go off plan, you do fall off the wagon and you do eat the dessert, chuck it in the bucket. So what? Dance a bit harder, hit a bit harder the next day. It's Christmas. We're entitled to have a good time. That's what it's all about.